All right, guys, today I'm here with my girlfriend, Anne, who has been absolutely crushing it lately trading stocks. So I thought I'd bring her on the channel. She's had over 7-figure profit in the past year.
6 months.
6 months. Crazy. And so we're going to go through stocks. A lot of times I'm talking about...
7-figure.
I said 7-figure.
Oh, okay.
All right, first up on the list, we have Palantir, and you're gonna notice we have a lot of AI stocks on this list. It's been a super hot narrative the past year. Palantir is up over 300% in the past year, which normally might sway some investors away, saying it's a little risky, but we still think this has a lot of room to run. It's currently at a $260 billion market cap.
I do think that it has a lot of room to run. A lot of people are saying that it can get to over $1 trillion. It can get up to like where Microsoft is at. Palantir is uniquely positioned at the intersection of AI, big data, and national security. They're getting majority of their revenue right now from government contracts. And the founder is actually Peter Thiel. Because of his position in the government and he was close with Trump, he was able to get all these government contracts. There is like a $400 billion contract that AI companies are bidding on, and it's likely that they'll probably get granted that. And I mean, it went up over 100% just in this past month alone. It's had an insane growth this past month.
All right, so price prediction wise for this, while we do think that it's going to go up and we both hold this, it could be a bit of a reset. So this is definitely a longer play. This is not a quick flip. The AI narrative is going to continue to play out. Palantir is really, really well positioned. Second, we've got HIMSS, which is a telehealth company valued at $12 billion. So considerably smaller here. Lots of potential upside. Probably seen their commercials, including their new Super Bowl commercial, which went viral. But they used to have Snoop Dogg and a bunch of celebrities talking about losing their hair, erectile dysfunction, and they offered a solution for that. There's been some insane growth the last few months, and we think on this one too, there's a lot more upside potential.
They started offering semaglutide, the new viral drug, and you don't need a prescription. You just talk to this teledoc and you're able to get it for a much cheaper price. And also something that was a little bit controversial was on the Super Bowl commercial, they didn't actually have to disclose the risks. It was the second best performing commercial in the Super Bowl. And ever since then, it's just been on like I think over 100% growth since then, because it is such a low market cap. I think that after the Super Bowl commercial, they're gonna really start getting word of mouth and continue to grow.
One of the worst experiences you can have is trying to get an appointment with a doctor, be seen, get a prescription, go pick up that prescription. It's such a tedious process. So something that steps into a new way of doing things, simplifies it, makes it more accessible, makes it easier. And that's why we both really love this one for 2025. All right, third, we're coming back to AI, and we've got Snow, aka Snowflake. This one's at 61 billion, so a lot smaller market cap than Palantir, which potentially means more upside because this one has also started to be on a tear this past year. Lots of room to run.
Snowflake services cloud developers and SaaS companies, but Snowflake has not turned a profit yet. So that's why the stock is not doing as well as Palantir. Snowflake is at 61 billion, whereas Palantir is at over 260 billion. The only difference is literally the profit, but it's projected that this year they're about to turn profit for the first time because the last year they basically invested in aggressive expansion. So we're gonna see the fruits of their labor, I think, turn over this year. We're gonna see good profit from them. It's also, if you look at the chart, it's forming a cup and handle pattern, which is a very bullish pattern right now. So I do think this is a golden opportunity if you want to get something like a Palantir, but way early on.
What we're seeing here with Snow is that at a $60 billion market cap, we're now a few layers deeper. So of course, a little bit more risk, but like she said, a massive upside. If they do start to show profit, you could see this realistically catching up with something like Palantir. Maybe not in a year, but definitely over the next couple years is very, very realistic. All right, number 4, we're gonna give you an obvious one. I just mentioned it. It's Nvidia, the leader of AI and now the second biggest market cap.
Oh, it's the biggest now.
No, it's second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't you question my facts. Valued at $3.4 trillion. Only Apple is bigger at $3.9 trillion. This has been the leader the past year, kind of the reason for all this AI hype, both in stocks, in crypto, in tech in general. Nvidia has absolutely exploded, and Anne caught it about a year ago and got in with size, so did really, really well there. We're starting to see that trickle down effect to these other AI stocks we're talking about. But don't sleep on Nvidia because it's important when you're diversifying your portfolio to make sure you also have some large caps in there. They're going to be a little bit safer just in case some black swan event, something happens with the market, things go down. Something like Nvidia is going to be much more stable than some of these smaller ones like Snowflake, like HIMS that we've already talked about.
The reason why Nvidia actually has a massive moat around them is nobody has been able to produce the GPUs at the level that they've done. They supply basically the GPUs, which is basically the picks and shovels for the rest of the AI market. They've partnered with Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and xAI, which is Elon's new AI company. He trained it on 100,000 Nvidia GPUs. So that's a $4 billion cost. And he's saying that this is going to be the craziest, smartest AI ever built.
It's called Grok, if you guys want to look it up, coming soon.
So based on the performance of that, I think the market might go up even more just because it's really showing how large clusters of this Nvidia GPUs is really powerful. And no one has come close yet in terms of the capabilities of this. The closest one is AMD, but they're still pretty far. And obviously Jensen Huang is just a monster. Like, they're crushing it.
Yeah, and it's important also to remember that because this has gone up so much, we saw when there was some FUD about deepfake just a few weeks ago, this stock corrected, what was it, about 20% in just one day. And so when you see these stocks built up so quickly on this type of hype, there are a lot of people, pretty much everyone that's ever bought this stock is sitting in profit. Some people in a lot of profit. And so again, that's why, we're always advising like smart investing on this channel, diversifying things. And as much as we love AI, there still should be some caution thrown in here that this has gone up a lot.
It is a fast mover in the sense that, it's fully recovered from the 20% down day. This is a good long-term investment. You want to hold on for the next 5 to 10 years and dollar cost average in, right? Like whatever you're making off of your salary, any additional income that you're not using, I would dollar cost average in to these stocks so that you're not putting all of it in at the same time in the case of a pullback or something like that.
Last but not least, we have Samsara, which has a $30 billion market cap. They just turned their first annual profit last year in 2024, and their price predictions are expected to go much higher this year. What do you like about Samsara?
Yeah, I love that. Again, it's similar to Palantir and Snowflake, but even a smaller market cap than Snowflake. It's half the size. It's a prominent player in the Internet of Things where they have AI-powered dash cameras. They actually also ran a Super Bowl ad that did really well. And again, it's the first year that they're turning a profit. So that's going to be massive, especially AI has been just growing so much. I predict that the revenue is going to grow a lot this year. And so it's going to have its biggest year of growth, especially with such a small market cap. I think it has plenty of room to run.
Yeah, and at 30 billion, for crypto, this would be a huge market cap. But here in stock world, this is relatively small and 100x away from something like Nvidia. Not that it will get there, but just saying, relatively speaking, this is a much higher risk play. And we're very heavily AI favored. 4 out of the 5 that we're picking here are AI based. So this should not by any means be your whole portfolio, but these are the ones that we think have the biggest upside potential, especially over the next year. So if this was helpful, if you like more videos, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you to Anne for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And let's see, we're going to revisit this at the end of the year and see how our picks did. Hope to see you guys there. What would you like to add?
I think that AI is literally like the .com bubble, like the very beginning stages of where, internet started. This is basically where we're at in history. We're at the very starting point these last couple of years. So that's why the stock market has just been exploding in general because Nvidia has really just been propping up the entire market. And I do think that this is going to continue, for the next at least couple of years. And just the advancement of technology, it's just been on a parabolic growth. We're just at the beginning of this hyperbolic growth. You want to be invested at the beginning.
Don't miss it. Don't be sidelined. AI to the moon. We say that in stocks too?
No.
Okay. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribed and we'll see you on the next video.